In just a moment, I'm going to put what I think is an end to this Chappell Roan controversy as both someone who has experienced my own motherhood, but also literally thousands of other mothers and fathers, motherhood and fatherhood. Let me just say this. There is one word that puts an end to this controversy. Yes, it is true that often my sleep is shit. And I've never felt more awake emotionally and spiritually in my life. Indeed, the light in my eyes is dimmed, and the light in my heart is burning brighter than it ever has. Here's the deal. For whatever reason, we don't talk about how hard parenthood is because we're afraid that that somehow takes away from the joy. The reality is part of the suck, part of the pain is the joy. It's like the greatest experience that you never ever want to have again, but you totally will say yes to because it's the greatest experience ever. And it's brutal and amazing and beautiful and incredible. And if you haven't guessed it yet, the word is and. It's all true. And it's time that we stop looking at part of this story and claiming it has to be the whole story. It's not all awful. It's freaking amazing. And it's not all beautiful. Sometimes it's incredibly painful and scary and hard. And sometimes we worry for our children. We worry for ourselves. We wonder, are we going to have what it takes to be able to lead them and lead ourselves through this? All of that is true. And in those early years, man, sometimes you are just like trying to get through and you don't know what it feels like yet because you're not at the finish line. You haven't won. You're just in the sucky part of the race. So even on those days, it's important to begin to find the joy, but it's also really important not to silence the pain. The joy is born in the pain. They're two sides of the same coin. There is no either or. The answer, my friend, is ants. Go sew your life back together. Figure out how you get both, because that is a life worth living. Thank you, Chappell Roan, for giving voice to what is true and what so often people don't want to hear. And I also want to let all of you, whatever you're feeling, whether it's like joy, outrage, relief, all of that is true too. They're both true. This and